What's up, guys? Specco here. So I told you guys I was going to be giving you a weekly update on how everything is going with the fitness plan, how the lifestyle change is going. It's been quite challenging, but I have to say that there are some goods because we are down 13 pounds. So I'm super excited to share with you guys exactly what I was able to do to get to this point. Very, very excited to talk about the lows that we actually dealt with as well too, so that you can know exactly how to get through it whenever you start your journey as well too. If you guys really want to check out the journey and see how everything is going week by week basis, just to kind of see where Specco is getting, and if you guys could use anything from my journey itself to help you with your journey, hit the like and subscribe button. So one of the first things I did to make sure that we met our goal was to actually prep food. And like I said before, I said it in one of the other videos that we had before, I want to say it was the army workout video, which is the second one we posted. The card is actually linked to the video and the link is down in the description below. Actually making food so that you have something to eat throughout the day, it helps so much. I'm telling you, like, one of my biggest things is eating out of, I'm not gonna say eating out of boredom, but when I don't have anything really healthy to eat, it's so easy for me to just go out and order Grubhub and, you know, get like a burger or something from Red Robin. That's like my number one thing. So to basically mitigate that risk, normally what I would do is just, you know, have all of my food prepped. That is the number one thing that you want to do. If you do want to get to a point where you want to stay and stick to this consistently, you definitely want to be able to, you know, grab your healthy food that's a part of your plan very easily. Okay, so that's number one. If you guys ever want to think about being on something for a long period of time, having your stuff readily available for you is like number one. One of the second things for me that worked as well too was ensuring that I had a lot of water on me. Okay, water was like a lifesaver. Some of the trials that I dealt with throughout this whole entire process of, you know, this last week was dealing with a lot of hunger pains towards the evening, like when it was really close for me to have my last meal. So what I would do was I always keep a 44 ounce huge like container, jug of water or whatever, and it's like this metal can that keeps water really cool, or whatever it is that you keep inside of it. It's going to keep it at that temperature for a really long time because of the way it's built, the compression when you screw the cap on and all that good stuff. So I always had really cold water with me, mainly because cold water in my personal experience has always been, I'm not going to say it's been an appetite suppressant, but it's been really easy for me to not focus so much on the fact that I'm hungry when I would drink cold water, because it did something to my stomach to where it made me feel full. So I would highly recommend that. If you guys want like a really quick and easy way to kind of like suppress that appetite that you think may be hunger but it's really not, get you some really cold water. That helps. It saved like my life, I'm telling you. Another thing that worked for me as well too, and it's one of the biggest things that worked for me, was not eating after certain hours. So I noticed that I would feel super sluggish right when I wake up in the morning if I ate after 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. That was like one of the reasons why I was packing on so many calories in the first place. So me packing on all those calories initially and trying not eating after a certain hour for just one day, I'm telling you, the next morning I felt so good. I actually felt like my stomach was a little bit slimmer when I woke up in the morning. And normally what I would do, since I have a work day, starts at noon and ends at 8 o'clock at night, I will stop eating at 6 o'clock and, you know, go throughout the rest of the entire night after I get off work and all that good stuff. I'll do my workout or whatever the case may be. I won't eat again until the next morning. So that actually made me, that was actually one of the biggest factors. And each morning that I would wake up, I'll be about a half a pound to a pound lighter than I was the previous day. So that is a big one. Try not to eat after a certain hour. It is not good for you, okay? Doesn't really matter what it is. Just try to keep your calorie intake down or completely stop eating after a certain hour. Bedtime for me is normally about, I want to say 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So that's what time I normally go to bed. So from 6 to 11, I'm basically not eating anything. I'm going to sleep. I'm getting my rest at 11 o'clock or whatever the case may be. And I would say that's about what, a 5-hour window? Like 6.
You're stupid.
Yeah, 5-hour window that you know, you're still up throughout the day and you're not eating. So it's very, very, very important to not do that. I would say that's one of the biggest things that's going to make or break you know, how everything goes on your journey, because a lot of times people like to check their weight when they first wake up in the morning because they're their lightest at that point. So that was my thing. I figured, hey, you know, I would have a lot more motivation if I woke up in the morning and saw that I was a pound lighter than I did the day before. And I knew the only way that I could achieve that was to not eat late at night and have all that stuff on my stomach going to bed. One of the other things that actually helped me out a lot too is just saying no.
No, God! No!
When you know that there's temptation around you, it's going to be really, really easy for you to just say, hey, you know, I'm going to indulge in this. But understanding what your purpose is, understanding that you have a goal to make, you have things that you have to do, that is keeping your mind on those things makes it very, very, very easy to not do things that you shouldn't do. Me in particular, my goal was to only eat lean meats and vegetables, right? I knew that eating anything processed was going to put me in a position for a setback. I knew that. So in the past, when I would have my moments where I would just, you know, go crazy and just, all right, you know, I'm going to go grab some donuts or whatever the case may be. I would completely indulge. I wouldn't have a cheat meal. I would have a cheat day. And that's where I screwed up at. And that's going to kind of tie into the point that I'm going to get to next. Ultimately, if you do get to a point where you're feeling like you want to do something or eat something that you know you probably shouldn't be doing, just say no and realize that you've come this far. You know, you're 13 to 15 pounds lighter than what you were before, and if you do this, you're going to be set back. It's that simple. Especially if you're the type of person that can't really don't really have a lot of self-control or willpower to what it is that you're doing. There's some people that can have, you know, 2 Oreos. There's some people that have to eat 15. So if you're not one of those people that can have 2 and just completely go on throughout your day and be totally fine, then you probably don't need to have that. All right, you need to make sure that you have control over yourself before you ever decide to go back to that point to where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm only gonna make sure that it's 100 calories. Cheat days. I did have days where I kind of got some things, but I never turned it into an actual meal. The first meal that I had throughout this whole entire process was last night, and I got some boneless wings from Papa John's. Okay, totally fine. Didn't have a lot of sauce. Meat, deep fried. We did not eat the entire thing. It's just stuff like that. That's basically what you want to do. It was actually within my goals. I wanted to keep, you know, sugar out of my diet, which it did not contain sugar. A lot of other things too that was a part of the plan that I came up with that it didn't fit into that category. So I was actually able to eat those and still not lose all of my progress, if that makes any sense. So cheat days, do not do cheat days, okay? I did not do one single cheat day throughout the process. I knew that the goal was for me to lose a certain amount of weight in a week, and that's exactly what I did. With that being said, let's go into cheat meals. Like I said, I had one cheat meal yesterday, and that was the first cheat meal I had. Other than that, it was just really, really small things here and there. Like if I felt like I needed sugar, I got like a flavored water, no sugar, no calories. Just to kind of trick my mind into thinking that I was getting sugar so that I can make it to the next meal, so on and so forth. So that's actually a really good way to get yourself accustomed to the flow of having no calories at a certain for an extended period of time. That really worked for me. It was huge. I highly recommend that. If you really, really, really want, like, you know, tricks and, you know, different things that you can do to make your way through the moments where you're not supposed to be eating. It works for me, and I'm pretty sure it can work for you as well too. All right, guys, that's gonna be it, and that is our update. We are 13 pounds down and ready to fight to get the rest of this stuff done. All right, the goal is 190. All right, so we have a ways to go, but like I said before, I'm going to be bringing you guys footage each and every day. Also, I'm going to try to give you guys more information on the workouts that I'm doing too. I know there's some of you guys that said that you wanted to see what we're doing for workouts. I'm actually really wanting to share that stuff with you, but I'm trying to work, you know, through the quarantine situation and the gym situation. So shooting is a lot difficult, a lot more difficult than it would have been if this whole, you know, COVID-19 thing wouldn't have happened. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a splendid day. Remember to continue to fight through your journey, and don't let this thing beat you. All right, keep it easy.